All right, top three worst neighborhoods to invest in. The first one shouldn't come as a shock to anyone. That would be the Downtown Eastside, Main and Hastings. And I recall our last mayor here. We had a left-wing radical NDP mayor. He said the Downtown Eastside is the heart of Vancouver. And thank God he's gone. But I'm here to tell you it's not. It's an urban blight. You've got rampant crime, drug overdoses. You've got an opioid drug and mental health crisis. You've got businesses getting their windows smashed in and being shuttered. SROs, just stay away from the blast zone anywhere near that Main and Hastings neighborhood here. And on that note, not to get too political here, but I was hoping to see a change in governance here. The Conservatives had a plan, which was going to be involuntary treatment, getting people back into treatment, opening up Riverview. You know, they had a real plan here, and instead, people seem to have chosen to vote now another term of this Mr. Bean here as premier, who basically caused this whole fiasco, the NDP insane socialist science experiment of doling out free opioids, safe supply they call it. There's no such thing as safe supply. Pretty shocking to see that even though BC went blue, we had a blue wave, conservative. Yaletown, for instance, went solid orange for the NDP. So did Falls Creek Olympic Village. So evidently this crime and street disorder is not on the top of people's mind, which to me is shocking. I would think that would be the number one issue. Anyway, moving on here, I'm going to give you my second worst neighborhood. But before I do that, if you want to book a quick consultation, 15-minute consult over Zoom, there is a link in the description below. But getting into this, the second worst neighborhood would be Chinatown. Now, it depends on the location. There's some areas might not be so bad, but in general, I don't like parking my car in Chinatown. The crime rate is about double what it would be anywhere else in the city. It just wouldn't be my number one investment hotspot, put it that way. Number three, and it absolutely pains me to say this, would be historic Gastown. And it's unfortunate because if it ever got cleaned up, it would go from being one of the worst neighborhoods to one of the absolute best. It's walkable, it's central to everything. It's the first thing that tourists see when they get off the cruise ships here. It's a really cool neighborhood. There's a lot of amazing renovated heritage loft conversions with exposed brick and wood beam. There's some incredible product there that I've looked at with some clients. But again, we need to see a change, I think, in terms of our politics. And until this situation is taken seriously, I think things are just, they're not going to improve. We're going to suffer under an NDP government. I know that our current mayor here wanted to close off Water Street to traffic and build a pedestrian plaza, which I think could be amazing. It could revitalize that whole neighborhood. But again, unless you get down to the getting these people into treatment, the drug and mental health situation, it's going to be very difficult for a mayor to do anything about it. It's got to happen. We really need conservatives, both at the federal and provincial level, to see any real change here. And until that was to happen, I would probably avoid these neighborhoods. Getting into the best neighborhoods here, though. Kitsilano, West End, Cole Harbour, Yaletown, Falls Creek, Olympic Village. These are incredible neighborhoods. Yes, you will have some transient activity. You can't escape it anywhere near downtown Vancouver or surrounding areas. But these are the neighborhoods where the action is, where you've got the amenities, the walkability, the transit access, the seawall. These are the areas you want to be in. I also think that over the next 5 to 10 years, Mount Pleasant is going to become one of the most desirable neighborhoods in the city. And of course, the Cambie corridor, the Broadway corridor, they're going to be revitalized as well. Those are areas that I would look at as well. But guys, steer clear of Main and Hastings and that whole downtown east side. Until we, again, see a change in government, we need to get the NDP out before I would even consider. And I need to see these neighborhoods improve significantly before I would even steer anybody in there, whether it's a homeowner, a principal residence, or an investor. All right. I'm Jay Coupar. Feel free to comment below or subscribe. Click that green icon at the end of the video if you want to book a quick Zoom. It's also in the link below. I'll see you in the next video.